start off with just someone roasting their animals?
No.
No? That's not fun. No one wants to hear about Stuntman Mike?
I don't know if anyone would be
Tess?
interested in hearing about Stuntman Mike.
They're popular on the Tic Tac, right?
I suppose so.
I like the old man dog.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah.
You gonna say hi to the people?
I will.
Bilbo eyes.
What are you waiting
Yeah.
for?
For you to get off your fucking phone.
I'm here and present. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! You were literally just looking at your phone.
Yeah?
Shit, Lord.
Yeah?
Fuck you.
So?
These are my videos. I can do whatever I want.
I mean, it kind of true.
God damn it.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Josh is a dick, but we knew this.
I was about to say, like, is that anything new?
We done been here. It's fine. We been out here,
You're
fellas.
the upset one.
It's true. I'm a little upsetty
Why
spaghetti.
are you upset?
You should be joyous. That toilet's finally fixed.
Yeah, I did.
When you have 2 weeks left to live in this place.
I have like 2 months.
Yeah?
Also, I think I need to like submit a notice to vacate. Actually, I think we have to submit. I think we can't just not renew our lease. I think we have to be like, "Hey, we're leaving."
Oh, okay.
So, I'll have to look into that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I fixed it just in time to leave it.
Yeah.
What about the garbage disposal?
Shh, we don't have to talk about the garbage. As far as I know, it still works. I don't know why it doesn't work.
I don't hear it when I
Oh,
turn on the switch.
It doesn't work. I'm just gonna tell them that I don't know it's broken.
Do you think they listen to... Do they watch Josh's videos to know? Why are you whispering?
They could.
Okay, wouldn't it be funny?
It would be funny, actually.
The property manager gives us. Hey,
So I'm a big fan.
big fan of the Echo
Broke our
playthrough you're
fucking
in.
garbage disposal?
You're in the shit's broken. Fuck, I knew it.
How'd you break it?
I didn't break it.
Okay.
It just stopped working. I didn't do anything, as far as I remember. I might have dropped. I dropped a mug, and a piece might have fallen. I didn't know a piece had fallen into it, so that might have been what's broken it.
It was
but-
the both of us, I think, because like I didn't know shards were in there, and then like I used it a few times to
Right.
clean the sink, and then I noticed that like it started making a crazy noise, and I put my hand down there and pulled out a chunk of porcelain. So
Yeah, because one of my mugs broke, and I threw away what I thought was all the porcelain that had come off it. So, but I didn't know some had fallen into the hole. Oops.
whoops.
As far as I know, it does. It's fine.
Right. Once we walked in, Carl lets out a gasping groan as of relief that turns a few heads.
There's more than like one person in this diner.
Well, yeah, if it's the only restaurant in town, people are gonna be there when they don't want to cook.
I suppose so.
That's just how that works.
That's true. That's true. Just good Peyton. It's 30 minutes or 30 miles.
For some people, they're not gonna want to do that,
I guess not.
right? Jenna looks up from the corner booth and waves at us. I wave back and start making my way over.
Going to the bathroom. Gotta wet my pits.
TJ makes a sour face as he follows me to the booth. And Jenna scoots in so we can slide in next to her.
Oh, this time she just moves in instead of making you get on the inside.
Yeah. So, what's this all about? And Carl found a treasure map for a treasure hunt that Sydney made. Jenna toys with her brown leather purse, staring at it. Oh, like a map or something? A letter. What are you going to do with it? Well, I look over at TJ, but he doesn't say anything, instead looking out the window at the sunset. We're thinking about doing it. You're thinking about doing a treasure hunt? Yeah. I mean... Jenna pauses, clearly trying to choose her words carefully. I mean, would there be anything left of it at this point? It would have been at least 11 years old by now. Jenna pauses at TJ, studying his reaction. He doesn't give her anything though, still staring out the window. I spread my hands out on the table, instantly regretting it as I feel the grease slide under my back. We're seeing it more as closure sort of thing, a send off. We're not really expecting to find something. TJ finally looks back at us. He made it for us, so I feel like we should do it for him. Jenna stares back down at her purse. I guess Flynn won't be involved.
This won't end badly.
What do you mean? No. And Leo? He's going to be busy for most of the week. I don't think he's, he'd really, want to anyway. Why not? Excuse me. Now TJ looks like, he's trying to choose his words carefully. He pretends like it never happened. I don't want to bring it up to him. Also, he's working the entire week. He says... no one says anything else until Carl shows back up. The fur on his head and face a little wet.
Well, he had to write him out of the week somehow.
No, right.
Hey, Jenna.
Carl. And Jenna nods at him, and he sits across from me. He reaches across the table, snatching up a menu from the metal holder in the center.
I'll pay if anyone wants something.
Jenna curls her lip in disgust, but I'm starving, so I start browsing the menu as well. TJ goes back to staring out the window, and I can see her ears twitch around. So, where's this treasure hunt thing? Carl looks up and sees that Jenna's staring at him.
Huh? Oh, I have it. I'm gonna order real quick, though, if Chase is ready.
I nod, and Carl waves his menu at Janice, who quickly bustles. That's right.
That's right. That's correct.
Our way with a tray of glasses and of water. She's wearing pants now, but there's definitely still something off about her. Her eyes are wide, her smile more like a grimace as she sets down our glasses and straws. She takes our orders well enough, though, and Jenna waits patiently as Carl and I order our meal, and TJ gets a smoothie. Carl methodically tears off one end of the wrapper of his straw before he blows the other end, shooting the rest of the wrapper at me.
What?
I don't know. I flinch and try to catch it, failing as it falls to the floor. Jenna clears her throat loudly. So, where is it? Carl looks at her, the straw still in his mouth.
Huh? Oh, right.
Carl reaches in his pocket, then pulls out the envelope. He pushes it on the table face up, in attack position. There's nothing...
Stupid. Oh yeah, have you been playing Duel, whatever it's called? Well,
I
since your
played
Switch,
it. Yeah, I played it for a bit.
before you switched to
Yeah.
the bucket somehow.
Yeah, I did. It's modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So you sit there.
I've been watching like people like play it.
Yeah.
And it's just like game start, they don't go first, so they're
You quit.
sitting there watching a turn
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's normal.
Sounds awful.
That's modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
It doesn't look fun at all.
I mean, that was also like 2004 Yu-Gi-Oh. Just no one knew that what it was like because they're used to Playground Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right.
They didn't know how the game actually played.
as you do, you know.
There was that thing I retweeted where someone was like, people complaining about Master Duel and saying it should be like 2004 Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was Magical Scientist FTK, and I'm like, fuck. Like,
Bruh.
because that is what that was like.
Yeah.
Either that or Yada Lock. So that was a deck that forced all the cards out of your hand. And then your opponent would normal summon Yatagarasu, which was a spirit monster, which means after it's normal summoned, at the end of turn it'll bounce back to hand. So Yatagarasu says when it successfully attacks directly, your opponent cannot draw during their next draw phase.
Dang.
So you would wipe their hand, normal summon Yatagarasu, poke,
So that they couldn't
bounce,
do anything.
pass to their turn. They can't draw. They pass it back to you. You normal summon Yatagarasu, poke.
So you just keep them with no hand till you poke them to death.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah, that was like 2005 Yu-Gi-Oh.
That sounds fun.
People don't know how actually like awful every single era of Yu-Gi-Oh was. They're just used to like
It was never good.
no, like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh has never been fun. Like
I do believe it.
it is what it is. Like cuz like okay, so Master Duel talk. I'm sorry people.
It's okay.
So when you start Master Duel, there are 2 packs.
Okay.
There's a timed pack that's available for 60 days. Mm-hmm. This pack has every competitive archetype right now.
Ugh. Yeah.
There's 3 packs total. There's a second pack that's called like something legend,
Okay.
which is just bait. It has Stardust and Blue Eyes in the artwork because it's meant to bait nostalgic people into investing into that pack. But you should invest in the other one because it's all the competitive archetypes. And the amount of gems they give you in Master Duel, you can build a full competitive deck not spending any money. If you just spend all your gems on that competitive pack, you can build tier 1 decks out of it.
Because like if you get an archetype of any kind, you can buy the pack for that archetype. Generally, can't you?
Not really.
No?
No. But what happens is that because that pack... So that pack that has all the competitive cards only has 80 cards total.
Okay.
Which means it's easy to pull duplicates to then break them down to craft the supers and ultras you need for the rest of the deck.
Ah, gotcha.
So there's those 2 packs that each have 80 cards each. You have the Nostalgia Bait one and the competitive one. And then there's a third pack called Master Duel Pack, which has every card ever printed.
Ah.
You do not want to pull from that pack.
That's just if you're like, I want this for the lulz.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's like, yeah, I want to
if you get baited and like choose the one with Stardust and Blue Eyes on it, you can't play ranked.
Right. It's only picking the one to get the competitive.
Yeah, it's to the point where like if you normal summon Alistair, your opponent surrenders. And I know because I built Shadal Invoke Dogmatica, which is 3 very powerful archetypes, but you only need to run like 7 cards for that archetype, which means you can just throw the engine in, and you only need to open one card of that 7, and you have access to the full engine.
Jesus.
So it's just like, oh cool, did I draw Nadir Servant? Fuck it, I have the Dogmatica play. Did I draw Meltdown or Alistair? Guess I'm playing Invoked.
So I guess Master Duel is, I mean, you know, you're playing it. It's more, I guess, I don't want to say accessible, but accessible than like regular Yu-Gi-Oh. And I imagine you.
No, it's so much worse because
Is it?
it's not using the English ban list.
Okay.
It's using the OCG ban list, which means like half the FDKs are still in the game.
So it's awful.
One of my first rank matches, I got FDK'd. I didn't know about the ban list thing, so like my opponent starts playing, right?
Right.
And I'm like, shit, I didn't open any hand traps. That sucks. And then I see that he's playing pendulums, and I'm like, oh, what does pendulum do in this format? And then he link summons into Electromite, and I'm like, that card's banned. Because that card basically says go +7. Like, it doesn't actually say that, but it might as well.
Might as well,
say
yeah.
+7. Mm-hmm. And then he starts doing a combo, and I'm like, he activates Instant Fusion, and I'm like, there's no way that card's in this format. And he summons like this bird thing that I hate and I want banned. And then he pen summons 2 dark monsters and then contact fuses them into fusions, Starving Venomy Fusion Dragon. I'm sorry, Supreme King Starving Venom, which can copy effects.
Okay.
And it's really easy to summon multiple of this dragon. Mm-hmm. So what he does is he target a monster, copy its effect. So what the bird does is it burns the opponent equal to damage multiplied by its level.
Okay.
But it's only level 1, so it only pokes for like 200.
Right.
Starving Venemy is like a 12-star or something, like an 8 or something. So if you summon 2 or 3 of those,
Then you
burn to death.
Yeah, you copy them 12 times 2,
Yeah.
24, 3 times.
Yeah, you get there. And it's just like he did that, and I'm like, that FTK is banned, and I had to like look up the ban. Like, I had to go like, okay, what's the ban list in this game? Like, what's going on? Like,
So like it's a ban list that doesn't really fucking matter.
yeah, because it's actually it is the OCG ban list, and it's not. It actually combines some elements of both ban lists.
Huh.
So it's actually a unique format. So if you know the format in Master Duel, that's not actually the format in the TCG.
Interesting.
I don't like that, because it's supposed to be like, you want to play the TCG online, but you can't because the ban list is incorrect.
Right. Because, you just do bullshit. And then people are going to show up, not paying attention to the real life ban list.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but look what it says here.
I can't tell you how many times, like, I went into a game and someone, like, normal summoned a monster and set a card. Because it's clearly, like, someone who, like, knows of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or watched it when they were a kid and thus probably pulled from the wrong pack.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm destroying
Thanks
you.
for the free dub, kid, but I
Yes.
gotta move on to
Or
other
someone
games.
like special summons Blue Eyes, and I'm like, he's playing Blue Eyes.
What a fool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's playing Blue Eyes. Oh my god. Time to murder this fool.
Jeez.
Can't get over Shadal Construct. Get fucked, buddy.
Can't get over shit all construct. Get fucked, buddy.
So when you attack into Construct, your monster dies. Before damage calculation.
Oh my god.
There's a Shadal monster that also says, like, neither player can summon more than once in a turn.
Which, if that's part of your game plan, doesn't matter much to you, but if
Yeah.
someone else is...
No, so what you do is you do your full combo, because Shadal's has a trap card that lets you fusion summon during the opponent's turn. So you wait for them to commit to a summon, and then fusion summon during their turn window.
Oh my
and then they
God.
can't summon for the rest of the turn.
Oh my god. That sounds frustrating as hell.
It's not. It is. Get fucked. Like,
Simple. Just get fucked.
yeah.
Die. Scoop. Walk away.
Never play Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. Don't do it. If you plan to play a good card game, Digimon's available. If you're okay with looking at pedophile bait waifu artwork, Wicross is now in the States, and it plays amazingly, but you will go to jail for owning those cards. Unfortunate.
You
But
will go to
You
jail.
will go to jail owning cards for Wicross.
Oh my god.
Or if you want an actual fun card game, Vanguard exists. You
True.
know.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's real fun.
You like Digimon too. Digimon's fun.
Yeah, but that one's like more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and it's harder to play. Like Digimon has such a steep learning curve for people because of how flexible the memory mechanic is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it makes a lot of people go like, "Why am I losing?" And it's
But
like,
that can be a good thing,
oh
having
yeah, that's
such
why
a
like
flexible
competitive
system.
players really like it because it's like it really rewards skillful play more than anything else.
Right.
There's writing in black marker on the front. A treasure hunt number 7. We all stare at it.
Should I read it?
Carl sets a hand down on the letter,
Or someone else?
and Carl's eyes briefly flick over to TJ, and then quickly look back down at the letter. And TJ's hand comes up, and then
Surreptitiously. Surreptitiously.
I don't know what that word is.
It means like kind of covert, like surreptitiously does something. Like he's surreptitiously scratches an ear, like just kind of like. Oh, volume up. There you go.
Surreptitiously.
Okay. In a way that attempts to avoid notice or attention, secretly, secretively. Cool.
Yeah. You attempt to surreptitiously pick someone's pocket.
Oh, okay. I typically do. Scratches an ear before letting it fall back into his lap. It does seem appropriate that TJ open it, but if he doesn't want to. Carl looks at it hesitantly. And I finally reach out and gently slide it out from under his hand. Can I read it? Can you? No one objects, so I open it carefully, not wanting to rip anything, as I pry in the adhesive apart. Adhesive medical strip.
Adhesive medical strips.
A chill goes up my spine for some reason. A strange, surreal vision comes to my mind's eye of inky blackness leaking out of the envelope, spilling slowly across the table.
Huh.
I can feel it too, like a cold draft is wafting from inside. I pause, feeling an emptiness in my chest. What the hell? I give my head a small shake, breaking out of the trance. I guess it's only natural I feel this way. That's Sydney's handwriting on the letter. A letter sealed after he licked it. He loved making these treasure maps, hunts, whatever. It's really sad, so it makes sense that I'd feel this sudden drop in the mood. I swallow as I continue to pry it open. The feeling gets worse and worse as I do. When it's finally fully open, the feeling slowly subsides. Tension is in the air, seems to melt away, too, like the whole town just let out a sigh of relief. I look up for a moment at the others, wondering if they're feeling the same. It's hard to tell, as if they're all looking intently down at my hands. I quickly look down again and stick my fingers inside, feeling a piece of paper caught on a pad. Gently, I press down on it and slowly slide it from the envelope.
This is a very long description of pulling a piece of paper out of an envelope.
Jesus, I know. It's bright white copy paper, folded once in half. It's been creased so long that it's starting to that part at the fold in the middle part, so that the edges are barely holding it together. Black blotches bleed through the paper, probably written with the same thick marker that was used for the envelope. I gently unfold it, not wanting to rip it apart more than it already has been. The big blocky black letters are sloppy and childish. Even though it's only a few sentences, it covers the entire page. The last few words trail off into a tiny, almost illegible scrawl. It droops off down the side of the paper as Sydney realized he'd run out of room at the end. Okay, I clear my throat, then start reading aloud. Welcome to the treasure hunt, number 7. This is the biggest one so far, and it took a long time. So no cheating this time. I'm talking about you, Carl and Chase. No skipping steps. First clue. These things fly really high. It's in their home with my comb. Chase, you don't have to do this one. I know you hate it. You'll see it. You'll see if you figure it out. Good luck, guys. Sid. I feel my throat close up, just a little as I stare down at his name. He always wanted to go by Sid, but it never stuck, so none of us ever did.
Wow, what good friends.
Nah, I mean they don't care about Sid.
They really don't.
No, only Flynn did.
Just Flynn.
Yeah. It just didn't suit him. I look back up at the others. Carl is still staring at the paper, and TJ's looking out the window again. Jenna has a hand on her mouth, staring as well. Wow. Then she wipes at her eyes, and I look away. I guess I never really thought about how this might affect Jenna. You know, she just seems so cold-hearted that nothing would ever affect... she and Cindy never really got along because of the way he treated TJ. But still, he was just a kid, like the rest of us. Carl lets out a ragged cough.
That whole cheating thing was totally you, Chase, not me.
What? I look up at Carl, raising a brow. You're the one that told me to do it. And Carl smirks.
And you're the one that did it.
What did you do? TJ asks quietly from his corner, finally looking away from the window. Well, Sydney liked to reuse certain hiding spots. I mean, there were only so many places he could use.
Yeah, and Chase went straight to Sydney's mailbox and ruined the whole thing like a boss.
I was like 8.
Turns out it was the last spot he got the prize.
Carl makes finger air quotes around the last word. Yeah, one of those plastic clipper things we used to get in elementary school for reading a lot.
He was so mad.
Yeah. I remember dropping it on the ground because of how lame it was. I also remember Sydney crying, but I'm not going to bring that up. Carl seems to have at least lightened the mood. Lightened the mood, though, and Jenna stopped wiping at her eyes. I'm starting to think TJ was right about this whole closure thing. I know where, I know where he's talking about this. I know where he's talking about for this one. Though. I tap at the paper with my finger.
Yeah, it's the birdhouse.
Birdhouse? Where's that? The forest. TJ sits up straighter, ears up as well. The birdhouse is on one of the trees close to the road. Oh, well, I never went there because of all the stuff that would get in my fur. The TJ looks back out the window, the sun gone now, though the clouds in the sky are still tinged red. You guys want to do it tonight?
Really? It's getting kind of late, and we still gotta eat.
Carl looks eagerly over at the front counter, through the small rectangle that led to the kitchen. We can use Chase's car. Besides, it might be kind of fun in the dark. TJ adds a little bit, added the last bit meekly.
Hell no?
As long as you guys know where it is, it shouldn't be a problem. I gently fold the letter back up and start tucking it back into the envelope. What did he mean by you didn't have to do that one, Chase? I look up at TJ, then back down at the letter as I gently press the lid of the envelope closed. I thought I saw something and got scared one time. It was a long time ago, though. At least, that's what I think he was talking about. Jenna clears her throat, seeming to have collected herself. I think I'll remember that. My parents told me about it. I frown. Really? I didn't like the idea of that. What did you see? I shrug. A person in the tree.
Ooh.
A hanging person. Oh. TJ shuddered.
So hell fucking no to go in there tonight then. Sorry for the F word, TJ.
It's fine. I saw a lot of things as a kid. I'm not going to tell them how I'm definitely still scared of that place. Besides, TJ looks really eager to start this, so I'm not going to ruin it for him. But really, that's not what's bothering me right now. I look down at my hands as I try to work out a timeline in my head. When was it that incident happened in the forest? I thought I'd been 10 at the time, since that was when I started going to the psychiatrist. And I start going because of that. But that would be impossible because here we are. A plate with a massive burger and steak fries land in front of my face. The big coyote sets a smoothie down for TJ and an even bigger veggie burger down for Carl. Hey, Janice, is Julian working today? Janice smiles at TJ. No, dear. He's only here when I'm not. He'll be in tomorrow if you're looking for him. Okay, thanks. Janice then clutches her tray to her chest and watches us for a moment. Listen, Chase and TJ, why don't you come by my house again when you get the chance? I look up to Janice and see that she's got a strange look on her face, confused and worried looking. What's wrong, Janice? TJ's voice is full of concern. Did we do something wrong? No, you did everything wonderfully. I just want to have a talk about the way I acted the past few days. Janice lets out an exasperated-sounding laugh. Not really sure what came over me. Just now I'm realizing how strange it all was. She glances at Carl. But we can talk about it later, in person. Enjoy your dinner.
That's sus.
She bustles off, tray still held against her body. Carl watches her go, stuffing a few fries into his mouth.
What was that about?
The way Janice had looked at what Carl makes me think she doesn't want him knowing about what had happened. I think she just feels bad for making us work so much. I look over meaningfully at TJ. Oh, yeah, maybe. TJ quickly starts sucking on his straw. Well, she should. Jenna sits sitting back in the booth, having taken our taken out her brush to start grooming her fur on her face and head. I inconspicuously slide my plate a little further away from her. Well, once we finish, we can go get my car and head to the forest. As I lift my burger and take a bite, I look over at the counter where I see Janice leaning over her notepad. Her shoulders are shaking, and it takes me a moment to realize that she's crying.
Huh.
Okay.
Ooh, it's spooky now.
Right? I think we'll end it there.
Alrighty.
A good 10 minutes of reading content.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, when you talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
So, oh boy, it's gonna get spooky.
Spooks, it's gonna be fun.
Oh no.
We'll see you around, everyone.